Namaste. Hello, dear friends. I'd like to welcome you to the Amway and Nutrilite family to celebrate the International Day of Yoga with us. We are the Sivananda Organization. My name is Nutrilite. I am the director at the Sivananda Ashram in Kerala near Trivandrum. So we are very happy and pleased to take you through the steps and asanas which are needed to make you practice the right breathing and the right level of concentration. In these challenging times, we have seen that yoga can really help build up a perfect harmony between the body and the mind, and between man and nature. Yoga is essential, and anybody, any age group can practice the same. It helps build up your immunity, physical, mental, and spiritual health as well. We would request you to get your yoga mats and learn with us the art of meditation, pranayama in this session. I'd also urge you, if you can, practice these asanas on a daily basis, at least 20 minutes a day. And trust me, you'll feel wonders in your body and mind. So let's get our trainers and start the session right away. Have a great time.
Om Namah Shivaya. Welcome to this session of yoga. My name is Nirmala Chaitanya, and I'm a teacher with the Sivananda Yoga Vedanta Centers here in India. And I'm here in Chennai, and Varun is here with me. He'll be demonstrating some asanas today. And the session that we'll teach today is actually intended for somebody who wants to relax a little bit more, focus on the breathing. Perhaps someone who may be recovering from COVID, or just someone feeling a little bit under stress and wanting to do a more gentle yoga practice that takes the attention inside quite deeply. So I'll be really emphasizing focusing inside, how to do that, little bit of breathing, little bit of asanas or postures, and also a bit of meditation at the end. So I hope that you'll join me. And we'll start out today with a little bit of initial relaxation on your back. So Varun will show you what to do. We come into a position called the corpse pose, Shavasana. So you'll lie back, hopefully you have a mat ready, and you'll lie back on that mat, a blanket or a towel or anything will do actually. And you try to bring your feet quite wide apart, opening your palms towards the ceiling. So do a scan of the body from the toes to your head. Make sure that all the parts of the body are still. You're feeling relaxed and breathing deeply. So try to breathe through your nose. Feel as you inhale that your abdomen is rising. And as you exhale, feel that your abdomen is sinking down a little bit lower. I'm very close to the ocean here, and I like to imagine that breath happening like the waves of the ocean, so with a gentle rise and a gentle fall. Creating a pattern with that breathing. And that pattern helps us to keep the mind very calm as we breathe. So inhaling, abdomen rising up. Exhale, abdomen slowly sinking down. Then inhale, abdomen rising. Exhale, abdomen sinking down towards. Try to take another couple of deep breaths here on your own. Now inhale a deeper breath. And slide your feet together, stretch your arms over your head, give a long stretch to your body, and release. Now you can roll to your side if you like, or just sit up on your mat. And we'll begin with a prayer. And this prayer is a kind of tuning, for me to tune to my teachers, but tuning to the situation, to the practice, and to whoever might be joining in this. So you can close your eyes and just listen to the sound. If you wish to join me with Om or with the prayer, please do. Inhale to begin. Gajananam Bhudaganadi Sevitam Kapita Jambu Palasaram Shitam Umasutam Shoka Vinashakaranam Namami Vigneshwara Parapampajam Shadananam Kumkumarakavanam Mahamatim Divya Rudrasya Sunam Sirsinyanam Tuham Saraham Sharanam Prapati Ya Kundandu Tushara Dvala Ya Shubra Vastra Vrita Ya Vina Varadanda Mandita Para Ya Shveta Parmasam Ya Brahmanchita Shankara Prabhriti Bihar Devai Sada Pujita Samam Patu Saraswati Bhagavati Nishesha Dhyanyapa Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Sri Shivanandaya Te Namaha Sri Vishnu Devanandaya Te Namaha Om Sarva Mangala Mangaye Shive Sarvata Sadhike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Om Shanti 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 So, good morning. So we'll start today with a breathing exercise, and we usually teach this in a very staged way. I'd like you to dive in today and give it a try. It's called Anuloma Viloma. It means, we can say, alternate nostril breathing. It actually means balance, imbalance. And the idea is that we're creating a balance between the function of the two brain hemispheres themselves, but also creating a balance between the two main energy channels within the body. And this has the result of calming us down, slowing us down, reducing stress, creating a real feeling of ease and peace inside, let's say. So what you'll do for the practice is breathe only through your nose, one nostril at a time. There's a lot of theory behind this. The energy channels that I spoke of, they end at the nostrils. So when we touch the nostrils or when we breathe and feel the flow of the breath against the nostril, we get that stimulating effect to the energy channel. So what you'll do is keep your left hand in what is called Chin Mudra, and that will face up on your knee. The right hand in Vishnu Mudra. And so for Vishnu Mudra, I'm going to try to show it here. You'll bring these two fingers down towards your palm. The thumb is on its own, and these last two fingers are on their own. You'll use the thumb on your left nostril, the last two fingers, on the right nostril, last two fingers on the left nostril, and we alternate. So you'll start by closing the right, inhaling through the left, counting to 4, switching sides, exhale through the right, inhale through the right, switch sides, exhale through the left, each time counting to 4. And after a few rounds, I'm going to change that counting slightly. So it will be inhale 4 counts, switch sides, and exhale through the right 8 counts. Inhale 4, switching, and exhale 8. And when we do count to 8, that just means you have to make that exhalation a little more gentle and smooth so that you don't run out of breath during that count. So let's try it. Left hand is on your knee. Right hand is in the Vishnu Mudra that I'm showing here. Bharu will show it as well. Sitting up very tall and straight. And inhale a normal breath through both nostrils. Exhale through both nostrils. Now close your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale through the left. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Switch sides. Exhale through the right. Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale right side. 2, Om 3, Om 4. Switch. Exhale left. 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale left. 2, 3, Om 4. Switch. Exhale right. 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale right. 2, 3, Om 4. Switch. Exhale left. 2, 3, Om 4. Inhale left. 2, 3, Om 4. Switch. Exhale right. 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale right. 2, 3, Om 4. Switch. Exhale left. 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale left. 2, 3, Om 4. Switch. Exhale right. 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale right. 2, 3, Om 4. Switch. Exhale left. 2, Om 3, Om 4. Inhale left. 2, 3, Om 4. Switch. Now exhale, counting to 8. 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Inhale right. 2, Om 3, Om 4. Switch. Exhale left. 2, 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Inhale left. 2, 3, Om 4. Switch. Exhale right. 2, 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Inhale right. 2, 3, Om 4. Switch. Exhale left. 2, 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Inhale left. 2, 3, Om 4. Switch. Exhale right gently. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale right. 2, 3, Om 4. Switch. Exhale left. 2, 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Inhale left. 2, 3, Om 4. Switch. Exhale right. 2, 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Inhale right. 2, 3, Om 4. Switch and exhale through the left. 2, 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Release your hand and just breathe naturally on your own for a couple of breaths. Try to feel the inhalation a little bit deeper, the exhalation a little bit slower. And then inhale and exhale. Now, if you're uncomfortable, take a moment to straighten out your legs and shake them out in front. So you can just shake the legs up and down a little bit, or just rock the thighs from side to side. Make sure they're comfortable. And we're going to continue today with some exercises for the neck. So sitting in any way that you feel comfortable. It doesn't have to be cross-legged. And start by dropping your chin forward towards your chest. And then chin up very high, stretching your throat at the front. Good, chin forward towards your chest. And chin up very high. Again, chin forward. And chin up very high. Good. Chin forward. One more time. Chin up high. And now stretching your chin forward, and imagine you have a little notch at the base of the throat. Imagine you're tucking the chin a little closer into that notch. At the same time, feel that you're lifting your chest up towards your chin. And try to take a deeper breath here. You might feel a little stretch to the back of the neck or the middle part of the back. It's all good. Good. Now raise your head back to center again. And then turn your face to the right. Look over your shoulder and to the left. To the right. And to the left. To the right. And to the left. One more time to the right, and hold it here for a moment. Try to take a deeper breath. Sometimes you feel a little strain or a little stretch along the sides of the neck. That's all okay. Turning to the left now. Same thing, take a deeper breath here. Come back to center and dropping your right ear towards your right shoulder. Keep the chin forward as you do this. Back to center, left ear to the left shoulder. And back to center and to the right. Center and to the left. Center to the right, and hold it here for a moment. So let the head hang a little bit to gravity. Take a deeper breath. And when we're taking deeper breaths, try to take what we call abdominal breaths. So that means your abdomen expands as you exhale. Same thing on the left side. So from your left ear to left shoulder, take a deeper breath here. And then back up to center. Now roll your shoulders, making big, wide circles. So shoulders come up to your ears and then back. And do this a few times. And then other direction, up towards your ears and forward, making big, wide circles. Good. And then shrugging your shoulders up really tightly to your ears and let them drop. When we're under stress, a lot of people do this. So really feel this squeezing and then dropping. Very good. And then I'll ask Varun to turn around. We'll do one more exercise for the shoulders. So he'll turn to his back towards you and he'll sit on the heels. And this position is called Vajrasana. So you can see that his heels are apart and the toes are together. It's quite easy to keep the spine straight here. So very important position. Then reaching behind the back, and you do one of two things. Either catch hold of your elbows behind your back, or you can bring your palms to a prayer position with the palms facing one another and bring them a little higher up the back. So whichever one feels comfortable. And then lift your head up a little higher. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And you'll feel again perhaps a little stretch in the middle part of the back. The hands tend to come into the position where we need to correct our posture a little bit. So that's the kind of here. One more deep breath to your abdomen. And then release. So release your arms. If the hands or wrists are uncomfortable, give a little shake to the hands. Releasing that tension. Good. And then straighten your legs. You can turn around again, Varun. Straighten your legs out. And just take a moment to sit with the legs out in front and rotate your ankles in both directions. So feeling, working out any tension there. Then point your toes really strongly. And then flex your feet really strongly. Good. And then come up to stand now. So we're going to stand on the mat. And do a little preparatory exercise. So in this class, we'll be diving into the sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. If you're new to practice, don't worry about it so much. It will come on its own over time. But for today, I'd like you to focus on your breathing and just really feel what's happening in each moment a little bit. So we'll start by just standing tall, and we'll do a little stretch forward and back to begin. So reach your arms up beside your ears and just feel the body straight and tall. Imagine that you're pushing down through the heels, reaching up through your fingers. Inhale a deeper breath, and as you exhale, stretch forward and down. And just hang here for a moment. So let the head hang, let the upper body hang, arms are hanging. Shake your head yes and no. You're making sure that there's no tension in your neck. Shaking the arms, they should be hanging like cooked spaghetti. I'm kissing spaghetti, so I'm talking like this. Good. And then soften your knees a little bit. Curl up one vertebra at a time. So you're letting everything hang and you're focusing along the spine, slowly coming up. Good. And then once you're up, place your hands on your lower back. Just to give a little bit of support here. Push your hips as far forward as you can. Open your chest, and if it feels okay, let your head drop back so your throat is opening. Just take a deeper breath. One more deep breath. And then tuck your chin a little bit, straighten up. Let your arms hang by your side. So we'll move to the sun salutation. And you can always take a look. You can always pause if you're new for one round and watch what Varun is doing. Or you can try to join in today and just feel the benefits. But do focus on the breathing. Make that quite important, taking abdominal breaths. So start by inhaling quite deeply. As you exhale, place your palms together in front of your heart. Namaskar. Good. Now inhale, stretch your arms up beside your ears. Push your hips forward and reach back a little bit more, looking up at the ceiling. Now exhale, reach forward and all the way down. Hands are beside your feet, head hanging down. With an inhalation, step your right leg back a big step, drop your knee, point your toe, look up quite high. Now step the left leg back to meet the right and make a straight line with the body. So you're sort of pausing here. It's like pressing the pause button. Then with an exhalation, take your knees down, bend your elbows, take your chest down and chin down on the floor. Then point your toes, push a little bit with your hands. Inhale, lift and open your chest. So you don't have to lift up very high. Head is back, elbows bending. Try to take a deeper breath here. Very nice. Now flex your toes under, press on your hands, exhale, lift your hips very high and look back towards your feet. So you're feeling the back a little bit straight, arms are straight. Now with an inhalation, step your right foot as far forward as you can. We'll show you next round to do if the foot is not reaching there. We'll show you what to do. Then exhale, step the left foot beside the right. Hands are down, head hanging down. Even if the fingertips are touching and your knees are bending, that's fine. Now reaching forward, inhale. Push your hips a little forward, reach back, look up towards the ceiling, and exhale, release it. Good, so we'll move to the left side now. Inhale quite deeply, exhale, place your palms together at your heart. Inhaling, stretch your arms up, push your hips forward, reach back, look up. Exhale, reaching forward and all the way down, hands are down, head hanging down. Now inhaling, stepping your left leg back, a big step, point your toe, look up high. Good. Feel the hips sinking down. Just take a moment here. So a little deeper abdominal breath. Good. Now, step the right leg back, make a straight line with your body, plank position. Exhaling, take your knees down, chest down between your hands, chin down. Now point your toes, inhale, lift and open your chest forward, elbows bending, head way back. Now flex your toes under, exhale, lift your hips very high, feel your back straight. Push the heels a little closer to the floor. Now with an inhalation, step your left foot all the way forward. Come as far as you can. Now if your foot doesn't come, maybe Varun can back up and show you. If the foot doesn't come all the way, you'll step as far forward as you can, drop the opposite knee, and then use your hand to bring the foot the rest of the way. That's it. You can see he's kind of inching forward. That's the way to do it. Now let your hips sink down, head is lifted high. Good. Now exhale, step the right foot forward beside the left, hands down. Head hanging down, knees can bend here. And inhaling, reaching forward, up all the way back, hips forward. Exhale, releasing. So we'll try for another couple of rounds. Do follow us, make the breath more important than perfection of any of the positions. Inhaling deeply. Exhale, place your palms together at your heart. Inhale, stretch your arms up, push your hips forward, reach back, look up. Exhale, reach forward and down, hands are down, even the fingertips, knees can bend. Inhale, stepping the right leg back, big step, drop your knee, point your toe, look up high. Now step the left leg back, make a straight line, plank position. Exhaling, take your knees down, chest down, chin down, hips are up. Point your toes, inhale, lift and open your chest forward, way back, throat open. Now flex your toes, exhale, raise your hips towards your feet. Inhaling, step your right foot all the way forward to your hands, drop the left knee. Take a moment here to feel your hips sinking a little lower. Good. With an exhalation, step your left foot beside the right, head is down. Reaching forward now, inhale, push your hips forward, reach back. Exhale, releasing down. Good. One more round. Inhale deeply. Exhale, place your palms together. Inhale, stretch up, reach back, look up. Exhale, reaching forward and down, head is down. Now inhaling, left leg back, drop your knee, look up high. Step the right leg back, make a straight line with the body. Exhaling, knees down, chest down, chin down. Point your toes, inhale, open your chest forward. Try to stay here one breath. Really take a deeper breath to your belly. That's good. Flex your toes now. Exhale, raise your hips very high. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. So feel your hips lifting as high as you can. Back is straight, arms are straight. Push both heels a little closer to the floor. And then take a few moments here. Bend one knee at a time, pressing the opposite heel a little closer to the floor. So it's not like jogging, it's little slow movement, taking deeper breaths to your belly. Very nice. Now pushing both heels closer to the floor. Good. And then with an inhalation, step your left foot all the way to meet your hands. Try to bring it full distance. Then exhaling, step the right foot aside. Head is down all the way. Reaching forward. Inhale, push your hips forward. Reach back, look up high. Exhale, releasing down. Just standing here for a moment, imagine that you're relaxing in a standing position. So close your eyes. Bend your knees very, very slightly. It's kind of softening the knees. Let your shoulders relax, arms are hanging down. And taking a deeper inhalation and a slower exhalation, kind of like we were breathing in the beginning part of the class. Good. Then in your own way, you can come down and relax on your back in the corpse pose, Shavasana. So if you're on a yoga mat or some kind of mat, try to find the edges of your mat with your heels and then let your toes drop out a little bit wide. Your arms are 45 degrees away from the body, fingers curling, thumbs relaxing. Try to take abdominal breaths. So as you inhale, abdomen is rising. As you exhale, abdomen sinking down. Just remembering, if it helps, the waves of the ocean. Gentle expansion and contraction. Now slide your feet together and fix your palms down by the side of your body. So the palms are flat, feet are flexed. You're tucking your chin in a little bit. And then breathing. We'll do some single and then double leg raises with a small variation today. So with an inhalation, raise your right leg up, keeping the knees straight. And slowly exhale down. Inhale the left leg up. Good. Exhale down. Inhale right leg. Try to move, coordinating with the breath. Exhale down. Inhale left leg up. And exhale down. Now inhaling, raising your right leg up. Reach up with your hands to catch hold of the leg. So that might be at the thigh to begin. Take a deeper breath. Inhale. As you exhale, lift your chest up, head up off the floor, and reach your hands a little bit higher on the leg. So the most important thing is that you're trying to continue taking abdominal breaths. So feel an expansion, a contraction. So here you're stretching the hip a little bit, stretching the hamstring, the back of the leg. And we are working, it's a preparatory exercise, but we're working to cultivate a rhythm for the breathing that will continue through the rest of the practice. And when we get to asana or posture, as we think of yoga, the asana is proper. Good, then releasing your grip, lower your shoulders to the floor, head to the floor, and exhale, lower your leg. Repeating the same on the left side. With an inhalation, raise your left leg up, reach up, catch hold at the thigh. Take a deeper inhalation, and as you exhale, raise your chest up, head up, reaching your hands a little higher if your knee is straight. So most importantly, you're breathing quite deep breaths here. As we breathe to the abdomen, we're constantly sending a message that everything is okay. We're using the respiratory system a little more fully. So that conscious breathing is what helps the mind to become calm as well. One more deep breath here. And then releasing, lower your shoulders to the floor, head to the floor, release your grip, exhale, lower your leg down. And you can shake your legs a little bit if they're not comfortable. And we'll come into some double leg raises now. If you're not feeling so comfortable here, bend the knees a little bit as you do them. So we'll bring the legs together. With an inhalation, raise both legs up, and your hands are really firm on the floor, providing some support. Exhale down. Very good. So coordinating the movement with the breath. Inhale up once again. Exhale down. Your strength, abdomen. Up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now last time, inhale up. Hold it here. Breathe. And then try to lower your legs down a little more slowly, breathing comfortably on the way down. Just taking this at your own pace. It doesn't have to be as slow as used to be. And then once you're down, relax on your back in Shavasana. So feet are wide. Toes dropping out a little wider than the heels. Palms are relaxed, fingers curling. And taking the same abdominal breaths. So as you inhale, feel your abdomen expanding. As you exhale, abdomen squeezing in towards your spine. Just breathe and really let go through the body. Imagine the body very heavy in these moments, as if all the parts are loose, independent of one another, and relaxing towards the floor. Slide your feet together, and we'll come into the first asana today, which is called the fish, Matsyasana. And for that, the legs are together. Varun will show you how to come in. You're raising one hip at a time, sliding underneath the body. So the elbows should be quite straight and tucked so close together underneath that I shouldn't be able to see your elbows. So that's what you're aiming for. And now we're using part of the body actively. Other part of the body is quite passive. So you'll push down through your elbows. Inhaling, raising the chest up as high as you can. Head up. Arch your back so the chest and ribs are wide open. Let the crown of your head touch back to the floor. So your head is touching lightly on the floor. Once you're in the position, legs can relax completely and take the deepest breaths of your day. So every time you inhale, expanding the chest a little bit higher, a little bit wider. Every time you exhale, try to maintain the height that you found through the chest. So this is developing the breathing capacity a little bit, but also correcting your posture. So our mood improves when we open the chest. You know, when we're feeling stressed, we tend to close down through this area. So this is quite important. We'll take a few more deep breaths here. So joining me with those breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale, raise your head, look towards your feet. Exhale and release. So you can bring your arms out from underneath now. Resting again in Shavasana, the corpse pose. Feet are wide, palms and hands turning upward. Just breathing to your abdomen and really letting go of the body or through the body. So every time we relax this way, try to mentally do a scan of the body. Make sure that you're not holding tension anywhere. If you feel any tension, imagine breathing deeply into the spot where you feel the tension. So this is imagination, but it really helps you to feel relaxed. Good. Now bend your knees and step your feet in close to your hips. So the next asana that we'll practice, that means posture in a very basic sense, it means posture, but your feet are close to the hips and they're hip width apart. Now, some of you might be able to reach with your hands and hold onto your ankles, so that's one way that you can approach. The other way is just to place your hands on the floor, as Varun is doing, close to the hips. And then we'll come up twice today. I'll give a particular breathing instruction as you come up. So first, keep the hips on the floor. Inhale a deeper breath. And as you exhale, raise your hips up, making a straight line from the knees to the shoulders. Stay here. Inhale more deeply. And as you exhale, once again, lower your hips down to the floor. Good. So we'll do this a second time. If you feel comfortable, you'll stay there. If you're not comfortable, you'll continue to come up and down. So inhale, hips on the floor. Exhaling, raise your hips up, perhaps coming a little higher this time, pushing with your feet and breathing deeply here now. Pressing your hands into the floor. Try to feel that you're lifting the chest, also taking it a little closer to your chin. And breathing as low down into the abdomen as you can. So deeper breaths. The legs are quite strong, so feel as if you're planting the feet into the floor. Really finding that strength and stability in the legs. We'll take a couple more deep breaths here. Feel that you're making a tall bridge and that your pelvis, sacrum, tailbone is the highest part of the body. Feel that within your mind. Good. Now inhale a deeper breath. And with your exhalation, lower your hips back down to the floor. Now pull your knees in towards your chest and hug your arms around your legs. Very nice. So pulling them in quite tight, inhale. And as you exhale, lift your forehead up a little closer to your knees and take a breath here. Stay here for a moment. Good. Now releasing, lower your shoulders and head back down to the floor. Straighten out your legs. And relax on your back in Shavasana, corpse pose. So feet are wide, palms open. Try to keep the body still, but if you feel any tension in your neck, roll your head from side to side. Just feel the head heavy, moving slowly. And then resting, taking abdominal breaths. Feel the body heavy, the joints loose. Now slide your feet together. Stretch your arms over your head. Give a long, long stretch to your body. Really point your toes. And release. And roll to your side. And then press up to sit on your mat. So we're going to come into a forward bend today. Paschimottanasana. So the legs are out straight in front of yourself. And I'll give you an option, a couple of options I'll give you today. One is that the feet are together. This is the classical way that we practice. Or you're taking the feet a little bit apart, just enough apart that you can imagine there's room for your chest to come forward between the legs. It may not come, but you're imagining that. So sitting up very tall, bring your feet into a little flexed position, and then raise your arms overhead. Really reach up, look up to the space in between your fingers. Inhale. With your exhalation, reach forward and down. So you're catching hold, any position along the leg. You'll reach the feet if you can. Wherever you're at is fine. Breathing. So turn your attention to your belly. Taking a deeper inhalation. So here, taking abdominal breaths is a little bit tough, but You'll focus there. And as you exhale, you're contracting a little bit. So the abdomen squeezes in just slightly towards your spine. Feel that movement. Now we can take this one more time, reaching forward. Inhale, lifting up, little taller, little straighter, look up. And again, exhale, reaching forward. So here, this is the asana that everyone who sits at a desk all day needs. You're stretching the hamstring, of course, stretching the spine. It's very important, this position, for creating a flexible spine. Why we want a flexible spine? The Chinese actually have a particular saying about that. The secret to a long life is a flexible spine. So we need to have a little strength in the back and in the abdomen, and then a little flexibility in the spine so that we can hold ourselves upright. This is important to yogis for a different reason. Perhaps the energy flow is important. For the average person, it's just getting comfortable, being able to have more mobility and strength. Now reaching forward as far as you can. Inhale, lifting up tall. Exhale, lower your arms down. Now I'll ask Varun to turn to the side now so that you can see the counter pose that we'll do afterward. And what he'll do is place the hands behind the hips, fingertips face away. He's pointing the toes forward, and with an inhalation, pushing the hips up as high as they'll go. So try not to think about it too much, just lifting up, and try to breathe here. So taking deeper inhalation, slower exhalation. Good, again, a deep breath. See if you can take your toes down to the floor. This here, we're strengthening the wrists, but also energetically stretching and opening the front of the body after forward bending. So it's a counter pose. And then tuck your chin and lower your hips down to the floor. If your wrists feel uncomfortable, just shake them for a moment. Good. And then you'll turn over on your mat and rest on your abdomen. So here we're taking a second resting pose in this class. So you're stacking the palms, resting your cheek on the palms, turning your face to one side. The toes are touching and the heels drop to the side. So here also you can do a little scan of the body from toes up to the head. Make sure that every part is relaxed. You're not holding tension in the shoulders or in the hips. And you try to take an abdominal breath here as well. So as you inhale, feel your abdomen press into the mat. And as you exhale, abdomen or hips, you can feel the hips sinking a little lower towards the floor. If it helps, again, imagine the ocean and that gentle rise and fall. Try to observe that in your breathing. Pressing up to rest on your elbows. So we're going to take a little progression towards the Cobra, Bhujangasana. But first what you'll do is position the elbows directly under the shoulders. So sliding the elbows a little more forward, that's it. Now lifting up, and you'll see that the upper arm is perpendicular to the floor. Forearms and hands are just out in front of yourself. Head is in a neutral position, so you're not feeling tension there. Bring the legs in together and try to just breathe here. So you might feel a compression at your lower back. That is normal, that's desirable. Try to feel your chest expanding forward as you breathe. So we're creating a little limitation here with the elbows, but we're also allowing ourselves to feel a little more comfortable. So really cultivate the breathing before we go any further. So belly expanding, chest pushing forward a little bit. That's it. One more deep breath here. Good. And then loosen your elbows a little bit, curling back down. Now you can come up one more time in the same way, or you can come a little further now into Bhujangasana. So you're sliding the hands back under your chest. Fingers are stretched out a little bit. Legs stay together. Then with an inhalation, raise your head, chest, and bottom part of the ribs lifting off the floor. So breathing. So you're not pushing up, extending the elbows straight, but lifting up using the muscles of the lower back. Try to push the chest open a little more. Same thing here. Try to expand the belly as you breathe. So it's a little bit harder to take abdominal breaths here, but you'll try to focus in that way. Breathing here. Try to relax your face. Very nice. When you're under any kind of stress, that means doing something a little challenging, we tend to tense the face, we tend to stop breathing. So these two cues, if you remind yourself, are very helpful. And then slowly curl down, rest your forehead, and then release your arms, resting again in Makarasana resting pose. So you're turning your face the other direction. This way is usually good. Toes together, heels drop to the side. So take one more backward bend today. This is intended to strengthen the lower back as well. And you'll stretch your arms straight forward like Superman, or at least the Superman of my memory. Legs are out behind. Then with an inhalation of breath, you'll raise both arms up, head up, and with an exhalation, raise your legs also up. So you're resting on the abdomen, breathing here, or trying to breathe. We won't hold for very long. I know it's a little more strenuous. Try to bring your arms up a little bit higher. Make the breath the most important thing that you're doing here. Good. And then releasing down. Very nice. Good. Now place your palms underneath your chest again. Push up to your hands and knees. And you're kind of squaring off. So the hands are underneath your shoulders. The knees are underneath your hips. And we'll stretch like a cat and like a cow for a moment. So arching your back first. Drop the belly down towards the floor. Really relax your belly. Head is up. Lower back arched. And now round your spine. So tucking your tailbone. Tuck your chin in. Make the back as round as possible. And feel as if you're lifting the navel up through the body towards the ceiling. And we'll repeat one more time. Arching now. Dropping the belly. Drop the navel. Head up. Good. And then round your back. So tucking your tailbone, tuck your chin, draw the navel up like you're threading a needle up through the body. Come back to a neutral position with your spine. Bring your knees together and stretch back, taking your hips all the way back to your heels. And you'll try to touch your forehead to the floor. If your forehead is not touching, making two fists with your hands and resting your forehead on those fists. So this is the third resting pose that we take. So try to be comfortable here. Find a comfortable way to be. It's also a counter pose after the backward bending. So as you take a deeper breath, you might feel that breath expanding in your lower back, creating a small, slight rounding of the low back. Breathing here. Nice. Now sitting up on your heels and come up to stand on your mat. So we're going to practice a sequence of quite simple standing asanas. So you can turn to face the screen and step your feet apart. And your feet, so Varun here is very tall. I don't know how tall I will say, but step your feet about 3 to 4 feet in between your feet. If you're not as tall as Varun, you can take them in a little closer. And then keeping the feet parallel to one another. We don't do anything just yet with the feet. Place the right hand on the side of your leg and raise the left arm up towards your ear. So you'll reach up really high, inhaling. And as you exhale, slide down to the left side. So you're not twisting anything, keeping the body straight and just feeling a lateral stretch for the whole right side of your body. Breathing, maybe take the head backwards a little bit beside your arm. So good posture. And you might imagine as you breathe that the right side is expanding a little more than the left. Ribs opening up a little bit. One more breath. And then inhaling, coming back up. And we'll change the arms. So the left hand on the side of the leg now, right arm up to your ear. Or it's left arm here. I'm looking at a mirror image of you here. Okay, so right arm comes up, inhale. And as you exhale, slide down to the opposite side. We do it a certain way, but here I'm looking at here, so it's a little bit different. So feel as if you're breathing a little more into the side of your body, feeling an expansion. Take your head back a little bit beside the arm. So anyone who sits at a desk all day, we tend to have the head forward, so consciously they were taking it back. And feel a stretch from your foot all the way to your fingertips. Every part of the body is engaged here. There's not one part that's lazy or not doing anything. And then inhale, coming back up, exhale, lower. So the next thing that we'll do, you take the feet a little bit wider apart than they are. And then you'll pivot on the heel, turning your right foot out to the side. And then bend the knee, so you're taking a lunge. So the knee is moving out over the foot. And here you might feel whether you need to adjust a little bit. Maybe the feet come wider, maybe they come a little closer. Placing the right elbow on the right knee and stretching the left arm past your ear. So the weight is coming onto that elbow, making it a little bit easier perhaps to breathe here, but really feel yourself reaching out. Turn your face to look up a little bit towards the ceiling. Nice deep breaths. Feel an expansion always of the abdomen as you breathe. Now inhale, come back up to center. Lower your arms. Straighten the right. And pivot on your heel, turn the left foot out to the side. Take a lunge once again. So bend your knee, take the knee out over the foot. Place your left elbow close to the knee, allow the weight to rest there. Stretch the right arm past your ear. Making a nice long line of the body from your foot all the way to your fingertips. Breathing here. So it might be a little easier to take the abdominal breaths here. So focusing there. And just observing yourself. When you stand, you're in a normal position that we take, but you're feeling yourself within the space, feeling yourself very steady with the legs apart. Good. Now inhale, come back up to center. And exhale, lower the arm. Now turn the left foot straight and bring your feet in a little bit closer together again. Not a lot, just a little bit. Pivot on your heel, turn the right foot out to the side again. Now this time you'll reach out with both arms, both directions, and twist the upper body to the right, placing your left hand down beside your foot. and then reaching straight up with the right arm. Looking up a little bit towards your hand. So now we're twisting, making the breath a little more challenging, but that will be your focus. So try to expand the belly, contract the abdomen, expanding and contracting. One more deep breath here. And then smoothly inhale back up to center. Good, lower your arms. Turn the right foot straight, pivot on your heel, turn the left foot out. And then reach out both directions, twisting to the left, place the right hand on the floor beside your foot. Reach straight up with the left arm. So imagine that you're making one straight line with the two arms. Look up at your hand and breathe here. So again, anytime the challenge is there, this is a little bit more challenging than what we've done. So try to make the breath more important. In a sense, we're taking all these unusual positions and finding a way to breathe comfortably despite that. If I have to describe yoga in one sense, that I can say is this. Then smoothly inhale, come back up to center. Lower your arms and turn your right foot straight, stepping your feet back together and just standing on both feet for a moment. So you can see that the feet could be together or they can be slightly apart, as Varun is doing. You want to feel very steady and comfortable here. Just close your eyes. Imagine that you're relaxing in this position. Soften or bend your knees just very slightly. Feel that you're sinking deeper into your feet. And then we're going to end today with it's a balancing asana called the tree, Vrikshasana. So if you're at home and you feel your balance is not so good, you can place one hand on the wall or you could place it on the back of a chair or something that you have for support. But what we'll do now is step the feet in together. It's easier to begin with the feet together. And then shift the weight to one foot. Bring the opposite foot up either into your thumb, bracing against the thigh, or you brace it a little lower down, or you place one foot on top of the other, as long as all the weight is on one foot. And bring the palms together in front of your heart. Now fix your eyes in one spot. If your eyes are sort of darting, it's difficult to balance. So eyes are focused. Make sure that you're breathing. If you stop breathing, you'll lose your balance here as well. So just observe the abdomen. If you feel fully confident, you want to go further, you can raise the arms up beside your ears. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Come back and start again. That's perfectly normal thing. And some days are better than others. Some days we're balanced, other days it's a little more challenging. Now try to back out slowly. Bring the palms back down to the chest. Good, release your legs, standing on both feet for a moment and just take a deeper breath. And then we'll try the other side. So approaching very slowly, very mindfully, your eyes are focused, you're breathing, you shift the weight and then bring the opposite foot now up either against the thigh. It can brace lower down on the leg as well, at the knee or at the calf, or one foot is just placed on top of the other. Eyes are focused, palms together in front of your heart, and try to find whichever place you feel balanced, stay there. No sense in going beyond it and then losing the balance, but feel that balance and make sure that you're breathing with it. Now slowly releasing out, bring your palms back down to your chest. Release your arms, release the leg, and just stand for a moment. Body straight. Let your arms hang. Take a deeper breath. And then in your own way, come down to relax on your back. So we're going to move now to a final relaxation. You'll bring the feet apart, the palms turning upward in Shavasana to start. And then the first stage of relaxation will introduce a little tension to the parts of the body. So start by raising your right leg up just 2 centimeters, a little bit away from the floor. Tense it, point, flex, and let it drop heavily. Good. Raise the left leg up, tense it, point, flex, and then drop it like you're dropping a stone to the ground. Raise both legs up, tense them, and drop. Good. Press your lower back into the floor. Good. And release. Now lifting your hips up. Squeeze your buttocks together and drop. Good. Pressing your elbows down. Lift only the chest up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and drop. Now shrug your shoulders up tightly toward your ears and press them down towards your feet and release. Let them drop. Raise both hands just 2 centimeters. Clench your hands into very tight fists. Really squeeze. Now stretch your fingers as wide as you can and let them drop heavily. Roll your head to the right, back to center, and to the left, to center. Now squeeze all your facial muscles into a really terrible looking, squishy, terrible sour face. And release. Open your eyes wide, mouth wide, stick out your tongue. Exhale. Close your mouth, close your eyes. And make any adjustment that you may feel to the body so that you're comfortable and so that you can remain still here for the next few minutes. So you're consciously choosing to be still. Ignoring anything that the mind tells you, like shift or scratch or that mosquito is coming, letting go of all of these things. Breathing in a very gentle, natural way. And now, following my voice within your mind, mentally suggesting for yourself good relaxation to all the parts of the body. Finally, to the mind, the thoughts, and the emotions. I relax my toes and feet. I relax my ankles and calves. I relax my knees and thighs, my legs up, I relax my hips and buttocks. I relax my lower back and spine. I relax my abdomen, ribcage, and chest, my torso, I relax my head and throat. Relax my shoulders and arms. I relax my wrists, hands, and fingers. My arms are I relax my skull and brain. I relax my forehead, cheekbone, and jaw. I relax my eyebrows, eyelids, and lips. My face. I relax my whole body, my whole body is in a deeper breath. And slowly wake your body. Start by moving your toes and your fingers, your hands and feet. And slide your feet together. Extend your arms gently over your head. Release. Now, without too much movement, roll into your side and press up to a comfortable position on your mat. So we're going to take a few minutes in a short meditation. So you want to sit comfortably. There are many ways you can sit, but do feel comfortable. You can rest your hands in your lap, or they can be on your knees in chin. Your eyes are closed, face relaxed. And just imagine that you've gathered in the hands and the feet, so the parts of the body that are normally engaged with doing things, going places, are become still, gathered inside. Mouth is closed, you're not speaking. Eyes are closed, not looking. And you're just focusing on the movement of your breath. So we've been focusing here throughout the session. Feel a rise and fall. You felt as an expansion, a contraction. The breath can be a little deeper if you find it hard to focus. If you find it easy to focus, and after the practice, it's a very good time to try meditation. So if you are able to focus a little more, your breathing can be more gentle. Just a gentle inhalation and a gentle exhalation. And although your ears are working, you're hearing, you're trying to tune out what is not necessary. We have so many things that can be focused on within. You can focus on the breathing, first step. You can focus on blood circulation so we can sense the heartbeat, the circulation. We can also imagine sitting back a little bit and observing the thoughts, allowing them just to pass through the mind. So you try to just look at them in a detached way, not holding on to any thought. And if you catch yourself holding on, try to gently let go and just focus on your breathing again. So meditation, not doing anything in particular, but just being, feeling what we feel, accepting things as they are. So it's important not to feel discouraged. Just take short periods of time in meditation and deeply observing things as they are. We'll just take about a minute here, very still, very quiet. End the session with a prayer. If you happen to be familiar, you can. Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivartanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityur mukshya Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivartanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityur Mukshya Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivartanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityur Mukshya Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santurnayanaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu Makashit Dukapal Bhavet Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And then a salute to our teachers, Swami Sivananda, Swami Vishnu Devananda, Bolo Sadguru Nath Sivananda Maharaj Ki Jai, Bolo Sri Vishnu Devananda Maharaj Ki Jai. So thank you very much for joining today. And please, if you're new, don't allow yourself to feel discouraged by the practice. The benefits come, and the best advice is do a little bit and do it all the time. So do what you feel comfortable with, and then allow the practice to slowly grow within you. So thank you again, and happy International Day of Yoga. All the best wishes.
Thank you, Dhanyavad, Praladji, Natarajji, and the entire Sivananda team for taking us through the various asanas, the proper breathing techniques that we should follow while practicing yoga at home. In these trying times, it's important to focus not just on the right diet, good sleep, positive attitude, right supplementation, but also on some form of physical activity like yoga that can help you maintain a right balance between our body and mind. I hope all of you will practice regularly at the comfort of your home along with your entire family and truly make it a habit. I would also like to mention that our Nutrilite traditional herbs range that brings together the best of nature, best of science, and the best of traditional wisdom complements yoga really well, as both focus and promote overall holistic health for each and everyone. So please continue practicing yoga on a daily basis and adopt a healthy lifestyle with our range of Nutrilite supplements to help build immunity and overall holistic health for a lifetime.